Alright, welcome back to the Wired Show, everybody. I'm your host, Diana.
I'm Samara.
And this is our Wired Show Week 5. If you're an active listener, you would know that we didn't do our show on Wednesday, and that is because Monterrey is having a mixed up marathon, which you're listening to right now. Hopefully, you're listening to it. It's basically an all day event. Hopefully, you've listened to other shows or our show. I know I promoted on my Instagram and I had like 39 views, so I'm hoping people have at least clicked on it because we don't know how many people clicked on it because we're not live, but hopefully people click on it. And so basically, this week's show is the special Mix It Up Marathon to help benefit to the Montgomery Community College for to the Emergency School Fund. And so basically, we have three funds: the Emergency Fund, the Technology Fund, and the Scholarship Fund. And so I'll just read some of the stats that we have so far. And so out of the $55,817 in the student emergency grant funding, 89% has been awarded to 43 students. And out of the 22,813 of the student technology fund, 1,600 has been awarded to 2 students. Over 200 donors have given to the student emergency fund. $100 ensures a textbook is available. $300 ensures the buying of a laptop. $500 ensures the items such as uniforms and equipment, and $1,000 covers 5 credits for a student financially impact. And not only are these monthly donations convenient, but that means that you are supporting Montgomery Community College 365 days a year to all the students. So we ask that you donate up to $1 and even more. And all you have to do is go to monterey.com. If you're listening to this on Monterey, you obviously know how to go to Monterey. But if you don't, and you're listening from somewhere like our YouTube or on my website, go to monterey.com and there is a link that's in like bright orange and it says click donate, and it will take you directly to the page, and you can donate up to $1. I think it goes up to maybe like $50 or $100. And we ask that you donate. And if you do donate, we ask that you either DM me or Samara on Instagram, and we will shout you out for your donation. I'll plug our Instagrams. My Instagram is Diana630, and you can plug your Instagram as well.
At Sis and Samara.
And so, yeah, that's basically it. So, do you want to, like, what are your thoughts about this? Because I know we've been talking about this for a while. Like, this has been in the works. Probably, I've had meetings for it. Because Samira doesn't go to, my college. What college do you go to?
I go to University of the Arts.
Yeah.
It's in Philadelphia, but I'm remote right now.
Yeah,
and I found out I'm going to be remote next semester.
Really?
So, great.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And so, since I'm a student at Montgomery Community College, obviously, because we're having the show on the Montgomery Community College website, basically, we've been talking with the people and we've had meetings, and we brought up this event idea that I've been doing every single year, and I feel like it's a great time, especially during the coronavirus, to help donate to students who can't afford books or classes or tuition costs. And what do you think about it?
I think it's important because college is expensive. No matter what college you go to, whether it's community college or not community, it's expensive. We're in a pandemic, so things are kind of tight. Yeah. Especially if you're a college student, you may or may not have a job, or if you do have a job, may not pay enough for your college needs. So it's really important. Everyone deserves to have an education no matter how much money they have, so I think it's really important.
Yeah, have you seen similar things before? Has your college done anything for it, or?
They have like care packages. They have I think they have like a unit at the school, like a group of people who do help out with that stuff. I think you have to email them. But I don't know how much that works. you're not in the Philadelphia area because my school is like in center city. So
Yeah. This event, like, it's supposed to be it without the coronavirus, it would basically be live. We'd be live recording this, and we would see who donates, and we'd be like, "Oh, thanks for the donation." But since it isn't live and we can't do it, it's pre-recorded, so we don't know who donates. So we're asking you to please donate. I know I posted on my Instagram about it, and I'll post again on my Instagram later after this. But please go donate. We need you to donate.
yeah,
Like,
definitely.
actually,
If you're in a
seriously, donate.
position, yeah, if you're in a position to donate, like you have money not only for yourself, but you have some extra money during this time, I think it's important to donate to these important causes, especially during the holiday season. Thanksgiving's coming up. Christmas will be next month, so I think that's important.
And it's not even that much. You literally can donate up to $1 if you want. Basically, a dollar can, they mentioned this, basically, a dollar can help, like, get food for a student that can't afford lunch. Like, they have, like, granola bars that are, like, $1 at, like,
Yeah,
certain stores. So, like, any money goes a long way. And basically, it's basically going to the Student Emergency Fund. And basically, it helps for students that can't afford technology, can't get money for books or classes, can't afford for meals, and also who can't get money to get scholarships. This also is going to people who
yeah,
need money for scholarships or just can't get scholarships, I guess. So yeah,
yeah,
so basically that's all that we're saying. It's a long spiel of everything, but that's the event. So let's actually get into our news topics. I feel like we have to talk about the election because, I mean, why
yeah.
not? That was, what, Sunday we had
Yeah.
results?
Saturday
Saturday?
afternoon.
Saturday afternoon
I
we had results? I don't
we
even
just
remember. It was that long ago.
we just want to congratulate Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Um,
Yes.
we want to congratulate Kamala Harris for being the first woman of color, the first woman vice president. Congratulations.
We are actually making differences with this actual
Yeah.
election because she is the
Yeah,
first female vice
yeah, first
president,
ever
also the first female vice president um, of
of
color, and
color, like ever.
also, and she also, like, what else is she? Isn't she like Asian
Um,
American?
yeah, she's South Asian American. She's specifically Indian,
Uh
and
huh.
she's also black. So
Yeah, we support.
yeah, we love that.
We support.
I think that that's very important, and that just shows how much voting matters. Specifically with our demographic, I feel like most people watching this are probably 18 to 20 something, so that's really important. Our demographic really came out. I found out that a lot of young people, specifically in states like Pennsylvania, Georgia, Wisconsin, all of those states, they came out and it was like 70% of people compared to like other years where young people weren't really voting. So
Hmm.
that really does matter.
Interesting. Of course, our state had to be the freaking state to decide it. I mean, they've been talking about it for months that, oh, Pennsylvania is going to be the state to decide, what happens. And I feel like that's kind of crazy since, it's our first time voting
Oh
that we
yeah,
actually made
it
an
fell on us.
impact. We made an impact. I'm not saying our voting did something, but I'm going to say our voting did something.
Yeah, it definitely does something, and this election shows because it was a tight race. It wasn't like an obvious win for Joe Biden. It was it was like neck and neck. It could have been either, well, it could have been either or, but Joe Biden so happened to got he Joe Biden just happened to get the one 270 votes faster.
They
So I think
still
that's how many you
don't
need.
have results in freaking Georgia, North Carolina, I think, and Alaska still. I don't know what those states are doing. You need to get your votes counted, please. I mean, like, I know we already know the results, but I want to know the results for those states as well. Right? Don't you?
I thought Georgia already had the results.
Do they? I don't even know who has I know like 3 states still don't have the results yet. I don't specifically remember what states, but they still don't have results, and we still haven't gotten results for certain states. And I'm just like, they need to get on it
Yeah.
because I want to know the results. I want to know what the results are in that
Well,
state.
definitely. Like they're still counting, but I did hear, but like he still is the winner. It's
Yeah,
just they're still counting votes because the votes still mattered to count. Even though
yeah,
he still made it to 270 before Trump, it's still they still have to count every vote, which it's like millions of people voted. Like it's more than the percentage of people who voted last election, so it's gonna be quite some time.
yeah. Did you watch the whole entire speech that he did when
Yeah,
he won? Can we just talk about his running out, his little shuffle that he did when he came out?
yeah,
That was the best part. His little run and shuffle that he did when he was like running to go on stage was the best part. I feel like that was hilarious. I thought
yeah. I was like, yeah, because he's like 70 something. I was like, please watch out,
I was
don't
like,
trip,
he's
don't
literally
fall.
like jogging, or like not even jogging, but like pacing. I don't even know what to call it, but like I'm just like, he's fit for like a 7-year old. He's actually like out there. He's like, yes, let me go
Yeah,
get my award. He's like running to get it.
yeah. I'm like, Joe, you already won. You don't need to run. You don't need to race anymore. You're good. Just walk to the podium. You're good.
Yeah, like my sister said that people from like PW actually went to the event. I'm just like, how did you even get to the event?
Well, I mean, Delaware is really close to
I
here.
know,
All
but
they
like,
need to
how
do
did they
is like
specifically find the exact place and then they just camped out and waited?
they probably I think you could probably search that on like the website on like Joe Biden's website. I think if you like sign up for his email, they'll probably tell you where to go for that.
Okay. I noticed literally every single car in there was either red, white, or blue. They didn't allow any other colored cars, I noticed.
Hmm.
Did you see the cars? They were literally all red, white, and blue. They weren't any other cars. I feel like they purposely either put those cars out there or they're like, oh, we want freaking cars that are red, white, or blue to be in the front.
I think that's it. They wanted like patriotic cars in the front. I think probably all the other colored cars are like in the back.
Because I only saw there was probably at least like 3 or 4 white cars and there was tons of red cars. I watched a bit on the news and they were showing like the huge gatherings in like places like Philly and like New
Oh my
York of
god.
just people standing in the streets
Oh my god. I wish I
partying.
was in Philadelphia for that night because it was like a party down there. They had a weird looking Elmo there. I don't know if Gritty was there, but they had this weird like I guess Center City Elmo. They had this one sign was really funny. It said count every John. Um,
What?
count every John. Count every John.
I don't. It was literally like they were like I watched people were literally drinking and partying. Like I've never
Yeah.
seen people like partying for like a win of a candidate. Like I've never seen that
Yeah.
before.
This is not a normal election, Diana. So it's
Yeah,
like this is the
yeah.
first time I will. I'm not usually a party person, but I can tell you this. That was probably a night to party. You know. But I mean, I wouldn't have gone out because like social distancing. You know. But
Yeah.
still, I don't want to get be anywhere near a large group of people. Even though everyone had their mask on, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna keep my distance.
Oh my god, did you watch do you hear about the trend about the YMCA dance?
No.
No? Okay. So apparently um Trump came out, I think, I don't know what it was, but like he usually does like a dance and like he plays like the YMCA and he does like this dance like he's like boom. Oh, you can't see it. He's like boom, 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 and then basically it got trending and now like it's the YMCA is coming back because of his dance that he did. Like it's literally like on the top 100 now for like the past week, which I'm just like, what? How? Did you freeze? Did she freeze? Oh no, not this again. I think she. Did you freeze? Or no? Great. Wait.
Uh,
Oh wait, you're
I
talking
can't
now.
really hear Wi-Fi breaking up a little bit.
What?
Rika?
What did you say?
No, I couldn't hear you.
Your
My Wi-Fi
Wi-Fi's
was breaking up.
honestly me. My Wi-Fi in my house is like really bad. Like the only place that really works is in my living room and sometimes my bedroom, but like sometimes it'll be like really terrible.
Yeah. That's why I hate talking on Zoom because every time I talk on Zoom, my camera wants to break down or my wants to break down. I'm just like,
Yeah, but literally the YMCA is now coming back. It's been trending because of the president's dance to it. Like you gotta watch it. I don't even know how it became a thing, but she's just like dancing to it.
wow.
It's great,
Oh,
honestly. Let's see, what other news do we have to talk about? Oh, did you watch The Bachelorette or no?
because normally that's like a gathering.
Oh,
Everybody goes to the inauguration.
yeah.
But, I highly doubt there's going to be a significant change from November to January, which is 2 months away, in like coronavirus spikes.
Yeah, the amount of cases
I
has
don't know if they're going to do like,
gone up in the like I was
yeah,
looking at a graph yesterday with my sister and it went down. Like when we started the pandemic it was like 39 cases a day. And then like it
mm,
went down in the summer and then it's been going up ever since summer ended.
yeah,
And
yeah, because I think it happened like once Memorial Day hit, people just stopped caring.
yeah,
They
people
literally were
just
just like, I'm going to the beach, and that's it.
yeah. Like I went to
And
the
look, I
beach
don't,
and people were like not even like they canceled
yeah,
fireworks, but like people were like not even wearing masks on the beach or like people at the hotel weren't even like wearing masks or like social distancing. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" Like I don't know what was up. And as soon as I came back from the beach, then they were like closing down certain places of beaches because of the amount of cases that were going around. And I'm like, well, that's because people you need to social distance. I don't know why you aren't
yeah,
social
and
distancing.
like, for the thing is, it's like, I didn't do much this summer. Like, there's really not that much to do, but
Yeah.
I would watch, like, my mom would watch the news, and people would be at the beach. And you know what? Like, not really a problem with people going to the beach. It's just the people you would see at the during that be in line. And those boardwalk lines are like,
Yeah, the Borlock one, yeah. Like I didn't even
and
go
they
out.
weren't social distancing. There was no 6 feet, and people were like pretending. People were just like pretending it was it was like some euphoria. Like it was like some sort of utopia where the pandemic doesn't end or why cases are spiking.
Yeah. Oh my god, why is my phone battery going down? Let me get my charger again because apparently my phone battery is going down. You can talk to them about whatever.
I think because this winter, that winter's gonna be a little bit more rough because it's colder weather. I think the best thing to do is just stay inside if you can. Wear a mask. I mean, at this point, it's not a political statement. It's just to protect yourself and others. At
Yes.
this point, just wear a
Yes.
mask. It's not a political statement. No one
Yes.
cares.
Yes. Yes. Totally agree.
Yeah, it's
Let's.
really not like you know, it's not a political statement. I swear.
Okay, do you watch The Bachelorette or did you just watch that episode?
Um, I didn't catch up. I kind of saw a few things here and there. I didn't watch the whole show.
Okay, well, I watched the whole show, but I mean, if you didn't really watch it, we don't have to talk about it unless you want to talk
Oh
about
no,
it.
I don't mind. I don't mind if you talk about it. I don't care if it's spoiled. I'm good.
Okay, so, I mean, um, Tasha obviously is now the replacement, and is the new
Mhm.
Bachelorette, and they basically brought in four new guys. And all the other guys were pissed about it because here are four new guys walking out of a limo and like doing their first impression, getting to meet her. And they were kind of pissed about it and jealous about it. Like the first guy, I think it was Spencer, he freaking walked into the house and he's like, "Yo, what's up, guys?" And everybody was silent. I'm pretty sure one person
Oh,
said like the mood of the room was stanky because everybody was just silent and jealous that all of a sudden these new people were coming in. And then it was hilarious. And then it was just four guys in a limo. And then she came in, and then they were like, she was talking to them. And then there was like five people that wanted to talk to her and steal her. And Spencer ended up grabbing her, and all the other 16 guys that were previously on the show were pissed because they were like, why is this new person coming in and taking her? Like, we literally been waiting to talk to her like for the longest time, and you're just a new person. You came in and you took her, and they were like super jealous about it. People in the group don't like Spencer at all. Like someone said that, we call you lunch meat because, and I think someone else
wow.
called him something else that I'm not gonna say what they called him, but like people don't like
Wow.
him for some reason. Which I mean,
It's ridiculous.
I kind of understand if like a new person is coming in because he ended up getting the first impression. Wait, did he get the first impression rose? He ended up getting the first impression rose, and like all the 16 other guys were kind of pissed about like, oh, this new person's coming in, and they got the new impression rose. Oh, it was
I
great.
mean, I think like I get it's a show, it's a competitive show, but like the person to blame here is not Spencer. That's Claire's fault. It's Claire's fault that you have to do this again. So it's like Spencer didn't do anything. He was just brought in to be an extra filler.
Yeah, I don't even
You
know
know?
how they got four guys. Like, did they quarantine them for 2 weeks? Like, did they plan
Exactly.
on bringing new guys in? Because they just brought in four new guys. I,
Yeah,
I don't even know what the process was of this.
yeah. And it's just like, wait, did you see the did they have that reunion with Claire and Dale yet?
They did. They literally stopped this show before she went on, or Tasha went on her first dates, and they're like, blah blah blah. Before we watch Tasha go on her first dates, we have to address the situation of Claire and Dale. I was like, you're gonna interrupt my show of freaking watching Tasha for Claire.
Mhm.
Like I don't really care about the whole thing.
Yeah. At this point, yeah.
Like
But
I
can I
don't
say
feel like nobody does, and they literally stopped the show, and they had like Chris Harrison was talking to both of them, and they talked for like maybe 5-10 minutes about their like love story and like everything like that, and I'm just like, okay, that's great for you. Like literally, I think it was, they asked the question like, oh, did you previously talk to Dale before the show? And she's like, 100% no, but she was literally stalking him on her Instagram, looking at like all of his posts, and she was like
wow.
going on all the, she mentioned that she went on all the guys pages because during the pandemic, like they didn't have time to film the show, so they had to wait 2 months, so
Mhm.
she knew all the guys that were going to be in the show, and she was going on all their Instagrams. She was like kind of like stalking Dale's page, and she was like, oh my god, I totally relate to him, and like I feel like she shouldn't have had access to any of the guys'
Oh,
social
yeah.
media pages because she already knew going in, like, she was going in and she was looking at the pages. She's like, oh, I really relate to Dale. Like, his post about, like, his mother passing, like, I totally related to it. He seemed so humble about it. I'm just like, you shouldn't have access to their Instagram pages.
Yeah, and also the thing is with Claire is like she just went on the show, knew who she wanted to pick, and didn't care about playing the game
No, she
at
literally
all.
said, she said in a statement, like, oh, like, I didn't, like, I totally respect the show whatsoever. I didn't disrespect the process whatsoever. I didn't disrespect the show. And I'm like, you kind of
Yeah,
did.
you're delusional.
You,
Yeah, she's delusional
you
about
kind
that.
of did. And she's like, oh, I wish people weren't, like, so skeptical saying that, oh, me and Dale talked before and I wish people were just, like, happy for our relationship. And I'm like, what do you expect from people?
Yeah, we're just simply fans. Like, we don't really care about your love story. We care about the fact that we're watching a show that you just tore apart. Let's just be honest. She kind of tore apart the whole fabric of the show by going against the process during a pandemic, which means that they had to get new people. They had to quarantine new people. They had to get those people in so they can refilm the show and redo the process. And all the leftover guys that you broke up with have to also redo the process all over again.
No,
Fall in love with someone they barely know all over again. Like, it's ridiculous.
yeah, she planned a separate date with Dale. I think it was like not this week's episode, but last week's episode. She planned a date with Dale. They had a nice little dinner date, and then actually no, Dale spent the night with her. After the
Yeah,
date, they spent the night together, and everyone was like, "Where's Dale? Did he get an overnight?" Blah 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 blah. And he ended up not going
yeah,
back to the house. They gave him a whole separate house, and then she
yeah,
came and she was like, like, I'm breaking up with all of you. Like, I have a thing for Dale. Like, I'm sorry if I wasted your time, blah, 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 but I'm not going to be sorry for love. And I'm just like, you literally were with a guy for like a 16, 18-hour date, having a fantasy suite on what, week 3, week 4?
yeah.
Like, come on, what do you expect from these guys?
Then also, these guys were surprisingly cool with it. Like, they weren't cool with it, but they definitely could have been worse. They could have yelled, they could have screamed, and it would have been totally valid. But the fact that these guys kept their cool, and you saw Claire outside crying to like one of the producers, I'm like, what are you crying for? You did this. This was on you.
I know.
Why
Oh,
are you upset?
and
You
then
got your man.
yeah, and then Chris ended up talking to her, and he's like, okay, so what's the next step? Are we gonna have, like, I feel like next step disengagement? And she's like, yeah, let's do a proposal. I'm like, this man literally has to pull a proposal the next day, last minute. Like, what if he doesn't even want to go through with it?
I really was hoping that they didn't.
And like he called up Neil Lane on the phone. He's like, "Hey, I need you to bring your like rings over. We're having a proposal today. Like she's already picked a person. We need you to bring them stuff over like now." And I'm just like, how? Like this whole process literally is
Oh my
just
god.
like
My mom and I were literally hoping Dale did not show up.
that's what I was saying. Like they showed it in the previews. Like they always freaking show something and it ended up not being what it was. Like it's a different part, or they'll make
Yeah.
it seem like it's not. But I'm just like, oh, ooh, is he gonna freaking deny her because like it's last minute that he's having to jump in? They just had like their full on first overnight, and it's like, boom, let's have a proposal.
Yep.
Oh, and then when like she was talking, like when they were asking like, oh, what's the next step, like, married and blah blah, and she was like, babies.
What? Oh
She wants
no.
she wants babies. She's like babies, and Dale's like, oh, and then Chris is like, oh, don't you want to get married first? And like Dale's like, like we can get married first, and Claire's like, oh, I don't care, whatever happens happens. So I'm like, sweetheart,
What?
she wants
Then why were you
babies.
on The Bachelor?
She
Then why
wants
were you on The Bachelor?
She wants babies before she gets married because she's pushing on 40 and she wants to have
Oh
babies
yeah,
before
that
she.
makes sense.
But I'm
But
just like,
also,
you just got engaged and now you're thinking about babies? You want babies already?
no, but my thing is this: why would you be on The Bachelorette if if like if marriage wasn't the goal? Marriage is the goal. They call it The Bachelorette because marriage is the goal. At the end of the season, you get married.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the show. What are you on the show for? What
Like,
were you on the show for?
literally, obviously she wants like a marriage, but like they asked her and she was just like babies, and I'm like, whoa! And Dale's face was just like, what? He was totally caught off guard by it. Like, he wants to get married first, and she wants to be having kids. Like, do you really want to be like 7 months pregnant at your wedding?
You know, I get Claire wanting to have kids as fast as she can because of her age, but like there could have been you you could have been open about that before you got on The Bachelorette, right? Like, so the guys know ahead of time that you're not just picking a husband, but you're picking a future father of your kid.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, like, they jumped so fast and she picked so fast into picking him, and she went so fast on the date, and then the overnight in the fantasy suite, and then the freaking engagement, and then they can't even have a wedding until, like, the pandemic is over with.
Yeah,
Like, you can't have a
yeah,
great group gathering. So, what's the whole point of trying to rush everything when you literally can't have a actual wedding until who even knows
exactly.
when? Like,
Probably like late 2021, 2022.
I was
Let's be
really
honest.
joking. I was like, okay, so when's the wedding next month? If you want to jump already quickly into everything else, when's the wedding next month?
Honestly, wouldn't be shocked if they elope at Vegas or something. Like in Vegas, like elope at a drive-through wedding chapel and like call it a day.
But like, I mean, I don't have any problems with Dale because obviously, like, he got picked. Like, she was talking about
Yeah,
how she was having like an anxiety attack and she was pacing around the pool and that he was there for her and like grabbed her hand, was like pacing around the pool with her, and I was just like, oh, that's like such a great man. That is a great man. Someone that walks
yeah,
around pacing with you in the pool, around the pool when you're having a panic attack that or like an anxiety attack, like yes, yes.
yeah. I don't think anyone's problems is with Dale. It's mostly like Claire
I
and
yeah
how she handled the situation with Dale. I think that's why the guys didn't like Dale. I think they just didn't like Dale because he was the one being picked,
yeah.
not them. But I really think the problem was with Claire. Like you're angry at Claire. Like Dale's just he's just in between.
He's just stuck
You
in a
know?
mess. I looked at the
Yeah.
age gap. He's 32 and she's 39.
Okay, that's not bad.
I mean, that's like a 6 year age gap. But I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but it's just like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. Maybe that's why she picked Dale because he's young, so they can have kids quicker.
Yeah. Alright, so enough with the Bachelorette on that topic because we could go on about that. We can talk about
Yeah.
host of Jeopardy's death. Alex Trebek. Did
Oh
you, yeah, that was
yeah.
really. I was really sad to hear that. I was just like, no, because like Jeopardy's on my TV every single night.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like everybody who lives in America, I don't know if it's outside of America, but like everybody who lives in America has seen Jeopardy before. And
If you
it's
don't know what
not the
Jeopardy
same.
is, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. You should know what Jeopardy is. Everybody knows
Yeah.
what it is. Everybody knows who
And
he
it's like
is.
I mean, I get that he was sick. Like he was sick for some time. Like he had cancer, like stage 4, I think,
Yeah.
for like a year. So we knew he was sick, but it's like I get that he was 80 and he was sick, but it's like still like he's been a part of Jeopardy for probably about 40 years, 50 years. I don't know, like since the 70s or something. So like we all know who he is. We all know who Al Trebek is, and it's just not going to be the same because Jeopardy's not. It's not going to continue without him. We know that.
Well,
They
I
wouldn't do
mean,
that.
they basically have enough shows to cover the whole entire year. Basically, they have enough shows up until December. But I looked at an
Yeah.
article and there are potential replacements for it. And I looked it up and like there's at least 7 potential people that could be it. I'll go through the list of it. So apparently previous okay, so there's people that are up for it such as Ken uh, Jennings, which was a uh, previous winner of Jeopardy, the greatest of all time. Tom Bergen. I don't know how to pronounce the names, but he's the retired
Bergeron.
host. Yeah, the retired host of AFV because everybody loves AFV. Who doesn't love AFV?
Yeah.
Alex Faust, a sports play-by-play spokesperson for the NHL LA Kings. LeVar Burton, the longtime host of Reaching Rainbow and actor in Star Trek. Don't know who that is. Laura Coates, the CNN analysis. Anderson Cooper, who is also from CNN and has hosted the New Year's Eve special since 2002. And then we have Betty White, the former star of Golden Girls. I want Betty.
Oh my
I
god.
want Betty. I don't
What?
care who else. I either want
What?
Betty or the retired host of AFV. I think that would be
One,
funny.
Betty White is older than Alex Trebek.
That's
She's older than most of the people who have died in 2020.
that's what I'm saying. I want Betty to be
She's
the host. That'd be funny.
she's in her 90s. What is? How is she outliving everybody though?
I don't know, but I saw on the news that I was on the Today and I was looking at the news for it and like those were all the people, the potential people and like they talked about Betty White being the new person, the new host. I'm like, "What? What?"
Betty White, like I love Betty White, but personally, I don't want anybody to be the new host. I think they should just leave Jeopardy with Alex Trebek. If they want to create a new game that's based off of Jeopardy, I don't mind that. But it's like
Yeah.
Jeopardy is Alex Trebek, and I just
Yes,
feel
he's the
like the
face of
host, the new
Jeopardy.
host, yeah, and I feel like the new host would really struggle trying to be Alex Trebek.
Yeah, it's a big
We love,
role to
yeah,
fulfill. Um
yeah. I mean, we love Betty White, but Betty White's also 90. Like, she should not be the host because, I mean,
who do you want to be the host of Jeopardy, or do you even want? You don't even want Jeopardy to have a show?
I feel like it should end with him. But if they want to do like guest hosts to
Yeah,
fill out like the episodes for the year, I wouldn't mind Betty White being a guest host. But I don't think she should be a host of anything during a global pandemic, and she's 90.
I know. I
Because she
don't.
is definitely not in the right age range to be outside during a pandemic. I mean, no
Yeah,
one is, but certainly not a 90-something-year-old woman.
she's gonna be. I can't imagine her being the freaking host of Jeopardy. That's gonna be funny if she is.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Those were like people that they were mentioning about it, but I don't know who's gonna have the role of it. We'll see about it. I found some other news that I found was hilarious, which is Cheetos is coming out with their own cookbook.
Cheetos, like
Cheetos,
the
yeah,
chip brand.
the chip brand, the snack brand Cheetos is coming out with their own cookbook with 22 different recipes for the basically, I think it's supposed to be released around the holidays, but like it's 22 different recipes just with Cheetos itself. And I'm like, what can you make with Cheetos?
I mean, I've heard worse. You remember, like in 2016, where you saw a bunch of YouTubers like making hot Cheeto this, hot Cheeto that.
Yeah.
So it's probably gonna be something like that, where it's like you make like hot Cheeto cupcakes or something. You
No,
know?
like I was looking and one of the recipes is cheesy mac and Cheetos. They're basically making mac and cheese with Cheetos, and I'm like, how are you gonna do
That's
that?
not bad. Just crush up Cheetos and mac and cheese.
I mean, I'd be willing to try something that's from the cookbook, but I'm just like, what can
Yeah.
you make? Literally, they're just gonna be throwing in Cheetos and like a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that's the whole. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. Just throwing Cheetos into food and calling it a recipe.
Apparently, they're using like hot, spicy Cheetos. I can't even eat those things. They're like, they are terrible. They're not
They're
terrible.
not bad.
They're not terrible, but
Takis are
like,
worse.
I mean, I've had them before. I've had Takis before, and I really can't eat spicy foods. I get really bad chest burns from it,
Yeah.
but I'm just like, I don't even know how they're gonna make recipes of it. Like I think they're making
I
like
mean,
a dipping sauce of it, and I'm just like, how are you gonna do that?
yeah. I mean, hot Cheetos are hot, no doubt, but Takis are worse. Like I have a worse experience with Takis. I can finish a whole bag of hot Cheetos. I can't finish a whole bag of Takis.
Yeah. So that'll be interesting with the, the Cheetos cookbook.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be great. I feel like I want to buy it just to see what the recipes are. But like Cheetos, out of all the freaking companies that are out there for foods, we're gonna make recipes with Cheetos. Cheetos is gonna become the new mac and cheese. Like, okay.
Mm, mac and Cheetos.
Okay, and then also speaking of like food or I guess candy at least, Skittles gummies. They're having Skittles gummies that are being released on the shelves in spring 2021.
Okay.
They're having
You know,
Skittles gummies. Like
I don't really care for Skittles anymore. Ever since they changed the green Skittles from
I
lime to green apple, I
was
have never
so
been the
pissed
same.
about that. I was so mad about that. I hate the green apple flavor. I love the
Who?
lime flavor. That was my favorite flavor.
Yeah. Who asked for green apple though? Like, when has anyone ever liked green apple? That's not a flavor.
I mean, it
That's like saying
is.
someone.
It is, but like
It's not.
it's not my favorite.
Yeah, I mean it is a flavor, but like no one likes it. It's like saying grape is your favorite. Like
Oh, no.
grape,
I don't
like
do grape.
yeah, no one does. It's like it's there, but we don't care about it. No
Like
one cares about green apple.
yeah, like purple's my favorite color, but I hate grape flavored stuff. I can't do anything grape
Yeah,
flavored stuff.
I like the cherry flavor. I like the red one.
Yeah.
Wait, they changed the red one. Didn't they change the red one from cherry to strawberry?
Did they?
I believe so. Or
What?
is it from strawberry to cherry?
Oh, let me hop on Google on this.
Because I
Did they?
definitely know the red one is cherry. I think it's cherry now. I don't know.
Bob
I could be spreading
Simpson has
rumors
been
right now.
original flavors were grape, orange, strawberry, lemon, and lime. Little has changed except for the fact that lime has been replaced with green apple. So I think that's the only change. I think
Oh,
red has always been strawberry.
oh.
I think it's just
Maybe it's just me.
I think they just changed lime, which I guess because lemon and lime, I guess they were just like, oh, I don't know, we can make that one flavor, and they changed it to green apple. But I'm just like, no one likes green apple.
Yeah, and they know we don't like green apple. They know we don't.
Yeah. So like now they have gummies of original Skittles and the berry flavored Skittles, and I mean I'll try them, but I mean it's kind of a
Mm.
bummer since green apple is now replaced with lime.
Yeah. I mean, you mean lime replaced with green apple?
Oh, lime replaced with green apple, but yeah, I'm just like, why? Why is that a thing
I
now?
don't know.
Like, what are
I don't
your
know.
favorite flavors of like go to candies, I guess?
If it's like fruit flavored candies, I like
Yeah,
a good cherry.
yeah,
I don't know. I just associate red with cherry. I
yeah,
can do lemon. I don't mind grape, but no one minds grape. Like it's just there. And if it's like chocolate, I like dark chocolate.
yeah,
So I just like my chocolate a little bit bitter. Like milk chocolate's too sweet for me.
yeah. I either go for like cherry or orange or lime or lemon.
Yeah.
I don't really go for blueberry or grape ever. Do they have blueberry flavored stuff?
Yeah, I mean, but that's in like the special pack of Skittles. That's in like one of those like mixed berry Skittles.
Oh, fruit punch, that's a good flavor of stuff. I think they have that. Like I'm not into the whole like mango flavored. I don't really like the flavors of the tropical one. I kind of really like the main ones.
Yeah, same.
Oh, what about Dum Dums? Do you have certain flavors of Dum Dums
I
that
used
you
to collect
like?
the wrappers.
I know. I used to collect them too, but I never did anything with them.
Me neither. Like, I think that's the thing. They had us collect the wrappers, and they said like if you collect 20, you can get a prize.
You can go
But
on
I
the
never
website.
like sent them anywhere.
You can go on the website, but I'm just like that
Yeah.
requires you to eat lollipops.
Or you can just
Oh,
wrap them and throw them away so it's
watermelon. That's
useful.
probably like a flavor of mine that I love. Watermelon and blue raspberry.
I like cherry. I like the bubble gum. Um,
Yeah. Are these
yeah,
Dum Dum
cherry and bubble
flavors we're
gum are my
talking
favorite.
about?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. I like the cherry. I like the cotton candy. I like the blue raspberry. I like the bubble gum. I like
yeah,
what
cotton
the
candy.
lemon lime.
Mm,
I don't really eat that many flavors of Dum Dums because I'm very picky. I have like about 5 or 6 go-to flavors, but that's about it. Oh, fruit
yeah,
punch. I like.
yeah, same.
I can't think of any other ones. I
There's
like.
too many to count, though. Too many flavors.
Yeah, some of them I'm just like not fans of. Like mango, I don't like. The butterscotch one, I don't really like. It's not my favorite either.
Yeah,
Um,
no one really likes butterscotch. I don't know why that exists.
I don't even know what some of them are. But like, yeah. Let's see what other news do we have. Oh, Ring doorbells have been recalled due to potential fire hazards.
Oh wow.
Like, do you know like the what is it called? Like the Nest doorbells? What are they even?
Mhm.
Ring doorbells?
Yeah, it's like those alarms where you can see who's outside your door through your like tablet or iPad.
Yeah, crazy. Apparently there have been 85 reports of incorrect doorbells being installed and 23 of them have caught on fire.
Wow.
But I'm just like, how does that happen? What do you even do? Like, your doorbell is on fire. Like, someone goes to your house. Oh, by the way, your doorbell's on fire.
Your doorbell's on fire.
Your doorbell's on
Can you
fire. I
imagine being
tried to
like
ring it, but I couldn't. But your doorbell's on fire, just to let you know.
can you imagine like the Amazon package person who's dropping them off is just like seeing like the whole front door on fire and you're just like,
Oh my god, I don't even know. It's not. It. I mean, it's
uh
only 23 reports of them of catching on fire that I read of, but like, they're
yeah.
just
I
recalling
mean
all of them.
I mean, I don't know. Like I feel like there has to be a lot of factors in it. Like how defective are these things? Like what I mean, I get it. It's electronics. Electronics can catch on fire if they're overheated,
Oh,
and
like the
I
hoverboards
imagine
back in the day. The hoverboards used to catch on fire all the
uh,
time. I wanted a hoverboard for the
but
longest time, but my parents were like, nope,
same
they catch on fire. You can't have one.
that, and also people were breaking their ankles on it because they didn't know how to stop on it.
I I rode hoverboards at my friends' houses and I can't ride a hoverboard for my life. I can't. Like
Yeah,
I'm so off
yeah, because
balance.
you'll
Like I
yeah,
can't even get on because like it's shaking and I can't like put my balance on it to get it to move. It's terrible.
yeah, and it's like people like were tripping over it back in like 2016 when they were popular. People were like breaking their ankles, falling off of it, yeah, setting on fire.
Yeah. That
Yeah,
was such a I wanted one for the longest time. Like I they were also really expensive. But like we're like
yeah,
on the beach, I see people them riding on the beach. I think we talked about this already, but like I'll see people on the beach riding them, and I'm like, how are you? What? These are from like
yeah, especially on the
2016.
boardwalk.
This is from
Especially on
like
the boardwalk, because the boardwalk is uneven.
how
There's
does
a bunch
your
of wood
board? How does
planks.
your hoverboard still work after like 5 years? It's
How
five.
did it not catch on fire?
How did it not catch on fire? Or like stores will still be selling them. I'm like, who buys hoverboards still?
Because the kids don't buy it. Like you'll see like a little 8-year-old on a hoverboard, and I'm like, you were barely alive for when that came out. You're like a child, like a baby.
Yeah, hoverboards were like the rage. That was like the thing.
Like in seventh grade,
Yeah, I remember
eighth
I went
grade.
to a party and one of my friends had a hoverboard and everybody was like, everybody had to take turns to go on it.
Yeah. Did kids fall off?
I mean, I don't really remember because this was like when I was like in 8th grade, so this was like 4 or 5 years ago. But like everybody wanted to
Yeah.
be on a hoverboard, and like her brother was on one, and like it died halfway through, and like everybody was pissed because everybody didn't get a chance to go on the hoverboard.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Okay. Other news. Oh, Ticketmaster has new requirements for purchasing tickets. which I guess kind of makes sense if you're going to an event. Basically, you have to 72 hours prior have to been vaccinated or tested negative before attending the event, and I guess you have to show it or send some sort of evidence to Ticketmaster to show that you are clear. I don't know how that's gonna work. I don't know how that's gonna work.
Yeah. Speaking of vaccinations, I think it's important to mention how did you hear about that one company that mentioned they have a 90% effective vaccination
Yes, I
for
was
all
talking about that with
coronavirus?
my sister yesterday. Yeah, and like they don't have a timeline on when. They said 2021, but
Yeah.
I'm just like, can I get a month? Like we talking like February 2021? We talking like June 2021? Or
Probably
are we
not.
talking like November 2021? Like, can I get a date?
Diana, think about it. Like, they just found this out now.
Yes.
How are they going to mass produce this for the entire world? There's 7 billion people
Yeah.
on this planet.
I was reading
So
they're supposed to have like 25 million by the end of 2020, but I'm just like they're not even into the official. They're just doing they did like one trial of it and 9 out of 10 people.
yeah,
That was the only
yeah.
experiment
And
they did on it.
Diana, how do you think it's going to work out? Like, once this vaccination comes here eventually, do you think people are going to be like anti-vax and be like, "Oh, I don't know about it. I don't know."
I don't know because you have
That's
to
my one
get
fear.
2 different vaccination shots. And me, I hate shots personally. I don't like needles
Same,
whatsoever. I can't do
same.
shots. I literally freaked out when I had my blood being drawn. Um,
Oh yeah,
I don't even know. Like my doctors were like, "Oh, so you're 18 now. You need to get blood work." I'm like, "No, I'm not doing blood work. I don't care. You can drag me into the place. I'm not doing it." It was literally awful.
um, yeah. Like for me, and the weird thing with me is I can't look away. Like, if because I might like move my arm and then it might mess up. I have to look at the nurse shoving the needle in my arm to feel relaxed. That's how weird it is for me.
Like I can't do needles. Like I'll have a whole entire like freak out about it for like 5 minutes before, and we're just like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to get it at all. Um,
Yeah, but we definitely need it. Like,
we need the vaccination of it, but I just don't want to go through the process of getting shots and needles in me because I hate the process.
yeah, I feel like by the time this hits, I personally feel like this, if the vaccination, if they already found that it's 90% effective now, and they're still testing or mass producing it, we probably won't get it until like late 2021. I'm just gonna be honest here.
Yeah, I want to know if is like the vaccination going to be like cuz like certain shots that you get for like vaccinations hurt more than the others and like your arm is sore for longer.
Hmm.
So like I want to know is there going to be those ones where it's like your arm is good in like a day or is like your arm's going to be in pain for like 3
Yeah,
days.
it depends on the needle. It depends on the needle they use. Some needles are short, some needles are like super long.
Uh
Uh, but nothing to fear. There's no, you know, like it's a. I hear that it's gonna be a very like logistical issue trying to mass produce enough for the entire globe. That's
yeah.
7 billion people.
I mean, they're first going to give
And
it to out to first hand responders, doctors and nurses cuz obviously they need it first. And
oh yeah,
then
definitely they can get cut in front of line. Like definitely.
honestly,
Yeah, because
I
they
feel
are
like
exposed to it every day.
yeah, I feel like once it comes out, there's gonna be like a whole line. Like they're gonna have like freaking testing centers where you can get it.
Yeah,
Instead of like
it's
going
gonna
to
have
your
to be
doctors,
everywhere.
it's gonna be like a line for like an hour and a half just to get a vaccination of it. I feel
I
like.
feel like they're gonna have a mandate saying that every United States citizen needs a COVID vaccination because you know how anti-vax people are. They don't want to vaccinate people for like the flu or something. Like there are like people who are literally so anti-vax they don't do even basic shots. So can you imagine like that on like a global scale with COVID?
Yeah, I don't even know who they picked for like the first 10 people to get tested of it because like you don't it's still in the works. You don't know how effective this is and like you could get the virus but
Yeah.
I don't know those people took the chance. I mean, I would never do that, but like even
Oh, they're getting paid for that.
when the vaccination comes out, how willing are people going to be to get the vaccination?
Yeah,
Like is
that's
it
my thing. Like
Yeah, it's better than nothing. But I mean, it's still in the works. But like the first people to get the vaccination, I feel like there's going to be a bit of a hesitation about the when it's going to happen.
I feel like they say that whichever country comes up with it first gets the first wave of it, and then it like moves out to the other countries too. But like whichever country discovers the vaccination that works, they will mass produce it, I guess, for that country that they found it in, and then it'll like disperse outwards.
Yeah, I guess the people are working really. I don't even know how you come up with the vaccination stuff. You have to like freaking research so much stuff. Like they inject the actual virus into you, and they have to do all the research about how your body is supposed to freaking. I don't even know fight the freaking virus. I don't even know what words to use. I don't even know the research that goes into that and the process and the trial and error of it. But they did it, and they had 9 out of 10 people, which I mean I guess is good. But I mean I'm fine with 90%. But like I know we need to get at least 100% because like 1 out of 10 people, that's like 1%, and like 1% of the population is getting the freaking coronavirus. And so those people that are not fully cured, there's more deaths that's going to happen.
Yeah, and it's like, usually vaccines are created within 2 years. They give them 2 years time.
2 years?
To make a full vaccination.
Oh my god.
But since the pandemic started, a lot of scientists are like rushing. So they're moving at an accelerated rate. Normally you wouldn't see something like a 90% effective vaccination this fast within months. So they're working really fast at this. So I get people's like concern with like how effective it truly is. Even if it's 90%, what about the 10% that's not effective? Like it depends on your body too. How does your body break down the vaccination? Everybody's bodies, chemical makeup, genetics, all that stuff is different. But like still I think 90% is good. But the company did say, do not get your hopes up. Like, just because they found a 90% effective vaccine does not mean we stop social distancing, we stop wearing masks. Because so far as I know, we don't have the actual vaccination available for us to just buy. So.
Yeah, I don't even know. Like, they have to make so many for every single person in the US. I don't even know how they're gonna freaking do that. I don't know how long that's gonna take to do that. Yeah. They must have like probably like thousands of people working on it. I don't even know how many people are going to be working on that. So
it's like a worldwide effort.
Yeah, so we have about 5 minutes left. So basically, I'm just going to restate the whole entire Mixed Up Marathon because we're supposed to mention it more than once to get more people to listen to it. So basically, I'm going to restate the whole thing that, this is the Mixed Up Marathon. Hopefully you listen to other people's shows because it's an all-day event. You donate to this emergency fund. We'll state it again that there's 3 emergency funds. Well, there's 3 funds: the emergency fund, the technology fund, and the scholarship fund. And this is basically going to Mako students who can't afford books or tuition or classes or food, or even it goes to some scholarships. And there's basically 3 funds, and you can go onto the website, which is moncoradio.com, and you go through and there'll be a link that's in bright orange that basically says click here to donate, and you can DM me or Samara a screenshot of it, and we will shout you out on our Instagram, and we'll plug our Instagrams again. My Instagram is Diana.630, and you can plug your Instagram yourself.
At Citizen Samara.
Social medias as well. We post all of the streams to my website, which is dgsuarez63002.wix.com/wired talk show. You can, if you to my YouTube, which is Diana.630.
I would say if you are in a position to donate money during this time, I think that'd be great. With the pandemic, with everything going on, college is already expensive. It's been expensive for years before the pandemic, but this definitely does not help.
And we will be coming back on Wednesdays at 7 with our new show of Wired, so we hope you guys check that out.